Okay, hey guys, Echo here. This is day 3 of the Shanghai Major. This is going to be a chill stream analysis slash me pretending I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to get this intro right eventually. Going to say it without stuttering or messing up my words. It's going to happen. I've like probably 100 games to do it, so let's go. Let's do it. All right. So draft is already pretty far in. Well, this day started much earlier, probably because there's no panel for this day. So no time to stall, no delays. Pretty interesting stuff happening behind the scenes. But you know, let's talk about some Dota here. All right, so right away, Earth Spirit IO banned from Team Archon. Pretty standard bans against OG. No Tail is obviously, or not No Tail. Crit is obviously a very good Earth Spirit and IO player, so those are pretty much targeted bans, but they're also popular heroes. Also, OG has banned Chen, which is normal, but they also banned Potom. And this is a hero you never ever see first banned, so this has to be a targeted hero. Like somebody on Archon must play this hero, like exceptionally well, in order for them to just outright ban it first phase. This is a hero that was commonly seen as being very weak, you know, for a very long time now, since like 6.82 or something. Like she just has not been anywhere in competitive play, so it's very surprising. But I'm hoping in the future we get to see Archon's Mirana player, because clearly it's good. Like OG must know. Just from scrims or, you know, behind the scenes knowledge or something. So that's certainly weird. But anyway, they pick up Lone Druid and Bat. Very strong heroes. It kind of gives away their lanes a little bit. Like it's very clearly a mid Bat rider. Or I suppose it could be off lane Bat. And okay, yeah, no, it's not. It's more ambiguous than I thought. They could put these heroes in any solo lane really, and it would be fine. Okay, Archon responded with Nature's Prophet. This, however, does like kind of give away the lanes. These two. Ench is pretty likely going to be a support. Furan's pretty likely going to be an offlaner, but they could switch it up. Either way, one of these heroes is going to be jungling in most cases. Okay, Zeus ban and Venge ban from OG. Again, pretty standard. The Venge ban is an absolute must against Batrider, or when you have Batrider. This is probably the best counter for Batrider. You basically just swap whoever he lassos, or you swap the Batrider and it breaks the lasso. It's quite strong, makes Bat like very hard to play.
Reserve time.
Zeus is just a very strong hero. He just deals a lot of damage out. He can also make Bat's life pretty annoying trying to blink with static fields. OD and Invoker bans from Archon, pretty standard again. Just common 6.86 heroes. Not quite strong. Lifestealer, third pick from Team Archon. Alright, so there are two reasons why I see this being okay. Number one is he can't be roared by Lone Druid, which is pretty big. He can just stick on, you know, the target and kill him. Number two is he does percentage damage, so a high HP target like the Spirit Bear will be eaten alive by Lifestealer. But the issue with picking Lifestealer is you still have Lifestealer on your team. Now, maybe it's good. I'm excited to see this hero because like I haven't seen a good one in a while, and I think Archon actually run like... No, they're probably running it safely in this game, actually. They couldn't run it as a 3. But they have run Lifestealer offlane before, and that's really interesting to me. Other ways this hero has been used is as a 4 position by EG. Fear plays it. They played it in Captain's Draft, so it's a little bit of a different environment, but still pretty interesting. I would like to see how they run it. Okay, OG pick up Lion. Not super good against Lifestealer, but it is one of the better supports against him. Preferably you want some kind of BKB piercing disable, but an instant hex works as well. If you can hex him before he gets rage off, then he's also like obviously very vulnerable to magic damage during that time. And you can also follow up with a stun, so that's pretty good. Also the very high burst damage is good against Ench. Obviously if she gets fingered, she can't, you know, prevent that damage with Untouchable, which is her normal method. So she has to heal up or just die. It also provides some catch later on for Nature's Prophet, so his life is going to be a little bit more difficult later on. But yeah, interesting draft so far. I would like to see OG pick up a little bit of outspam, like some AoE nukes. Right now they don't really have ways to deal with pushing, and Archon are exceptionally good at pushing with summons, be it the Treants or Enchanted Creeps. I think Archon needs some kind of defensive support here. Like a Shadow Demon, or maybe even Abaddon. They just need something to deal with the Batrider, in my opinion. I think Shadow Demon is actually quite good, but we'll see. Okay, so they take a more aggressive hero as their second support, or what is suspected to be their second support. Basically, Night Stalker and Ench just have very good roaming capabilities together. Night Stalker naturally just wants to gank, and so does Ench. I would say this is primarily targeted towards Lion. Like, Night Stalker can catch Lion out in the jungle and just kill him with silence, as long as it's at nighttime. Lion can't CC him when he's silenced, so when he's silenced. So I would say that's the big reason for it. Also way later on, the true the unobstructed vision. There we go. That's the word. The unobstructed vision is very good against Batrider. You can kind of see when he's coming. It's harder to get a good initiation off when the enemy can see you no matter what. You pretty much have to be smoked. Okay.
Team Archon's turn to ban.
So Earthshaker is picked up by OG. It's pretty likely that this is a support rather than a Moon Earthshaker, but it still could be Moons, I guess. They could run safe lane Lone Druid, off lane Bat, and Earthshaker safe lane Lone Druid, mid Bat, and off lane Earthshaker. Moon does really like this hero, and he's fucking sick at it, so could very likely be that. I'd imagine it's support though, but we'll see. Earthshaker has kind of fallen off teams' radars lately. He just has issues with like contributing early on. If he doesn't find kills with Fissure, he's not very good at farming. Other supports have similar stuns, or better stuns, because they do more damage, or they have other functions.
Radiant team ban.
Also, it's just like, whenever you have a melee strength hero as a support, like you're always just like, alright, this guy can't really gank anything. He can stun things pretty well, but like he really needs a blink to do his job, like later on. So if you can't get your blink early, then it's pretty rough. But I still think he's a pretty okay hero. Like Fissure is always going to be a good spell. Okay. Razor ban from Archon. So they think that OG wants to pick a mid hero in this case. Not super incorrect, but Razor is quite good against Lifestealer, so it's probably a good idea. And this also signals that this is a core Lifestealer, not a support, if the draft didn't make that obvious already. Basically, if it was a support, they couldn't care less whether or not he gets drained. Like, he's going to be like in an ancient creep anyway, so it won't matter. But yeah, because this Razor is banned, then this pretty much tells you that this is a core Lifestealer, pretty much 100%. Yeah, okay. So Jakiro picked up from Archon. I'd imagine this is support. I would like to see it as support. And they could run like core Ench or Night Stalker. Either one is okay. Core Jakiro is actually pretty good too. It's not horrible in this game. The nice thing about Jakiro in this game is he's a Yules builder, and whenever Batrider tries to go in, he can get Yules by Jakiro and then just combo it and die. This hero actually does like a ton of damage with Dual Breath. Like, people really underestimate how much damage this hero does. And that's mainly because he was always used for Liquid Fire. And like Liquid Fire doesn't really do much damage except to buildings, so yeah. Okay, so OG responded with Weaver. They just picked like a really evasive hero against a team with very little stuns and control. Like, their only way of dealing with this hero is Sprout. Not really reliable. Silence, pretty reliable, but it's good to have a Linken's against that. And a Yules combo from Jakiro. Okay, so it is core Jakiro. Core Lifestealer as well, like I said. But the real surprising thing is it's going to be a 5 Nature's Prophet. I suppose this this is a good pushing lineup. Basically, Ench is just going to be a solid lane against these heroes, like a Lone Druid, Lion, and Earthshaker. Jakiro is going to do well mid against Bat. I'm pretty sure that's a great matchup. You just dual breath Bat whenever he goes in. Bat has some kill potential, but yeah. So look for Archon to push very early with Jakiro and Nature's Prophet and Ench, and maybe an Ancient Creep from Lifestealer as well that he infests. Whereas OG have a much more mid-game centric lineup. They really need Batrider to have Blink. They need Lion to have Blink. Earthshaker can just be fine with the Soul Ring and Tranquils. But since this is a 5 Lion, or since it's Fly on the 5 Lion, It's pretty likely that he's not going to get too much farm. Okay. It's a pretty standard start from the teams. They're just fanning out at the start. Fly is looking to get a ward down. He bought boots at level 1, so he's going to get here much faster than any other hero could that doesn't have boots, or if they don't TP. So he's going to get a ward down for a moon. It'll be good for him. Okay, I got Miracle on Lone Druid. I haven't seen this guy play Lone Druid, actually. He's pretty good, though. I'm sure I can play it. Looks like it's going to be a safe lane bat, actually. This is very no-tail. This is very no-tail-esque. That's he plays safe lane Beastmaster as well, which is just super weird. Like, who would ever play that? That's so weird. It's not even like safe lane solo Beastmaster. He's just like one position Beastmaster. He's not the real one position. Like Miracle is always the farmer in these games, but still, it's very strange. And so it just makes sense that no-tail plays like a ganking hero like this, like a space creator from the safe lane. That's very him. Okay, so he's gonna go for the rune steal here. Nice, he got it. That's huge. He's gonna get out too. Okay, so Jakiro's gonna have, or be minorly annoyed by that. He started with Liquid Fire. That's not bad. I think I prefer starting Dual Breath just because it gives you like so much fighting potential early on. You can really punish people. Maybe not so much Lone Druid though, because like he's just a high HP hero, but yeah. I guess the nice thing about starting Liquid Fire is you can right click from farther away. And like Jakiro has very high damage, so. Okay. Wouldn't be the Shanghai Major without some sort of pause. Just feeling right at home here. Okay. Well, let's look at starting him. So it is a 5 Nature's Prophet. It's pretty interesting. Like, if you think about it, Furion really can do his job early on by just, being a support. Like, he doesn't need to be in a core role. Like, if Furion TPs on you, it doesn't really matter if he has boots or if he has, like, treads. Like, he'll do a little bit more damage, but really, like, the hero's strength lies in the fact that he can move around the map wherever he wants, and he can sprout, and he can summon treants wherever he wants. Like, he can push that way and farm wherever he wants as well. So, like, he doesn't really need items early to do his job. It's pretty interesting. I'm not sure about item progression. I've seen people go mech on Nature's Prophet before, and that's, like, actually interesting. Your late game potential at that point becomes, like, pretty non-existent, but you do get to push, like, very hard. Like, you can even heal up your treants as you're pushing. It's pretty crazy, actually. And when you're in a lineup like this that has so many push-centric heroes, like Ench Jakiro, Lifestealer, then maybe there's potential for him picking up a mech. He could also just go for normal support items too, like he could buy a Force, Lotus Orb, things like that. Or he could just go standard carry Prophet and just pretend like he's a core and buy wards. I guess we'll have to see how it goes. I would like to see him buy mech though. He's like the most obvious mech carrier on this team. Jakiro can go mech, but he really wants a Yules. That's really how you get the most out of this hero, in my opinion. You could also go Veil on Jakiro. I quite like that as well. Although it's not super good this game because they don't have too much magic damage, but yeah. Okay. So we see Ench just getting a big creep. The Satyr is very good in lane. It's super hard to lane against. It's just a 160 damage nuke every like 7 seconds, 8 seconds. Very difficult to deal with. A crit stacking up for the Bat Rider, most likely. And we have a Lion Weaver dual lane top. So it's not a great lane, but it's pretty good, considering Archon has a jungler. They're not going to be able to punish this so hard. Okay, Crit is setting up to gank Monkeys. If he gets a Fissure and blocks him, Monkeys will guaranteed die. Or pretty much guaranteed. Okay, so Monkeys knows he's here now. Oh, Crit could have gotten a Fissure there, I think. Oh well. Not too big a deal. Oh, that was really close. Okay, nice dodge by Miracle. Yeah, Crit actually ends up getting the block off. Is he going to be able to body block? Holy shit, Crit is so good. Alright. They're not going to get the kill because of Fairy Fire, but still that was really good by Crit. So he like, gave Monkeys the impression that he was going to back off but like he kept going back for like for more plays whenever monkeys walk too far forward. So really nice play by Crit. That puts a lot of pressure on monkeys. Like that was all of his regen and his fairy fire that are just gone now. Okay, how's bottom lane doing? I haven't had the CS up. Okay, bad CSing decently well for laning against the dual lane. Archon is winning though, for the most part, in my opinion. They have Night Stalker with 5 CS and Ench with 9. Like they just have 4 people with 5 CS, or 5 or more CS already. So it's a pretty distinct win for them. Fluff does go down though. This is pretty costly. Okay, they end up trading Moon. I'd say that's a win for... It's actually tough to say, because OG supports got experience, and like these are heroes that struggle to find XP. So I'm not sure. I would say Archon win just because Lifestealer is farming, and he's not really in trouble. We're gonna see Fluff TP in and give Jo a clarity. He's gonna do something. Do something? He's got a clarity in his inventory. Oh, his inventory's full. Okay, I see. That was weird. Well, either way, that's fine. Jo needs to have some sort of regen here, or he's not going to be able to lane here. Okay, he needs to go jungle at this point or something. Like, he can't just stay here. His regen is going to be way too slow to actually do stuff. Okay, so they end up killing monkeys mid. That's rough. Looks like monkeys try to get aggressive on Miracle, and he got punished for it. Some aggression on No Tail here. Not going to die, but he is pressured. It's going for the max Firefly builds. This build is slightly better for fighting than the Napalm build, but still very good at farming as well. Personally, I'm super greedy, so I like the max Napalm build, but Firefly is probably better in most games. Okay. It's interesting. You don't really think of Lion as like a dual offlane hero, but it's working out in this case because Archon's lane is really weak. Like Lifestealer is not a very strong laner, and neither is Nature's Prophet as a support. So, okay, so nice. That was a really nice try by Archon. Basically, they knew that unless they hit at the same time, the neutrals would get the kill. So they waited, but Crit ended up making a nice play too. Like he just committed straight on and got hit by 2 neutrals at once. So that was a nice try by Archon. I like good presence of mind, but ultimately Crit outplayed them, so good job on him. He's also TPing bottom immediately. And he probably can't get a kill on Moo here. They can when No Tail is 6, but they need to be able to get the lasso off before she heals. He's a fight top. Moon goes down. That's pretty surprising. He must have gotten caught out without Sakuchi. Or Shikuchi. I can never remember. Shikuchi. Okay. Holy crap, that was so much damage. Alright. So, Lion gets dive top. This is the power of Night Stalker. It's kind of what I talked about earlier on. He can just silence Lion and go ham on him. And Lion can't really do much in response other than like TP if Void is used right away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so I'm not really sure what like Archon's key timing is. Like it could just be they're going for a drums lineup like we've seen in this tournament so far. Like a secret very notorious for just building tons of random drums and, you know, fighting early. Could see something similar out of Archon here. But like other big items include Yule's on Jakiro, Dragonlance Enchantress, maybe a mech on Nature's Prophet, something like that. Looks like Moo is going to get lassoed up here. He does get his heal off though before, so I think he actually could live here. It's pretty hard, and he has to juke really hard, but yeah, okay, he's going to die. So even though he got the heal off, it was good play by No Tail. He didn't let himself get juked. So good stuff. We're talking about item timing, so some item timings on OG include Blink on Bat, obviously. This is probably the biggest one. Midas / Radiance on Lone Druid. Blink on either of the supports, and Linken's on Weaver. I'd say Linken's and Blink on Bat are the 2 most influential ones, but Blink on Lion is like a very close second. But definitely look for OG to start like really fighting as soon as back gets blink. And he's gonna get it like very quickly here. It'll be at around like 9.5 minutes or so. Depending on how lucky he gets with camps. One small thing, I don't like No Tail's path here, just because like you have a chance to get 1 golems. I much prefer doing like this route if I'm gonna do 2 camps at once on bat, like a fireflying here into here. That's a super minor thing, but yeah. There's also no possibility of you getting mud golems, like if you start at this camp. Okay, so line is gonna get dope here. If Viper gets a silence, he's dead. Okay, nice. Okay, Vlad played that so well. He ended up dying, but that was still really good. Okay, I actually want to go back and talk about that afterward. That was so good by Fly. He like baited Archon in really hard. Okay, Moo gets 1 hit off. No Tail is dead. Oh, okay, there it is. Died to the treants. Okay, so I think that's about it for this kill here. Let's go back and see that. Okay, too far. Alright. Too far again. Okay, Ench TP's bottom. Alright, this is a bad idea, guys. I don't know where I am. I'm lost. Okay, so basically what Fly did here was he just stalled out Whitebeard a lot. Like, he intentionally didn't run straight for the trees in order to draw him in a little bit. He ended up getting last hit by Ench, so he misplayed a little bit, but it was a really good conceptual play. And he ended up getting his team a lot of kills by doing this. So good on him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so Archon have begun they're pushing Onslaught. That's what their lineup is best at. Just grouping up after they get like a few key stat items and just pushing. You might even see Ent or Jo get into like a Dragon Ancient and start split pushing as well. This creep is really good at just pushing with Fireball. It does 85 damage per second and it lasts 10 seconds. So it's 850 damage on a creep wave. It'll kill any creep wave, so long as the creeps sit in the fire. We see Archon getting aggressive in OG's jungle. Looks like it's not going to result in anything. Archon can continue to push this, so pretty scot-free. Okay, Moon gets caught. That is not good. He gets the time walk off though, or the time lapse. Okay, nice take by Moon. This is really close. Okay, so Moon lives, but it's still kind of stinky because like Bat doesn't have his blink yet. He is very close, so it's not bad, not super bad. But this is their key timing. He needs to at least have this before they go for the next tower, so he will have it. Unless he dies here. I don't think he can, but okay, yeah, he's fine. Alright, so he does get his blink. He's 5 gold away. And they'll have it before Archon goes for the third T1. Although this tower is very low. Could have been denied. I would like to see Miracle deny this. Archon's going to push it anyway. Maybe he could like wait until Archon commits some heroes down here. And then go for the deny afterwards. Whereas if he just goes for the deny now, then they know they don't even have to come down here. They can just go somewhere else. So that's probably the play. Alright, so he doesn't see the opportunity though. And he pushes another lane. I can't think of any reason why he would not deny it. Like, it's fine to delay it, but you definitely want to deny it. It's a bunch of money that you can deny the enemy team. Okay, Fluff is rich. The rich boy, rich support. He actually went for Blink first. Holy shit. Alright, so this guy is just like a Blink Sprout machine. This is what his job is. He's gonna Blink on like Lone Druid or Weaver, and he's gonna Sprout him. And you actually see Moon picks up a Quelling Blade literally for that reason alone. Is if he gets sprouted, he's in trouble because of all the AoE stuff or the Jakiro spells. Like if he gets sprouted, he's also gonna get Ice Paths, and he's also gonna get mauled by like the Ench. Super scary for Moon, that Sprout spell. So he does get a Quelling Blade though, so good on him. It's a good decision. I like that. You might even want to see a Lion and Earthshaker pick up one, but yeah. Okay, so there's just no item in this guy's inventory. I'd imagine this is Midas. It's just randomly a slot on cooldown. Yeah, okay, it's Midas. It's weird. I don't know why there's no icon. Anyway. It's probably because they fired James. Okay, OG find a stack in Archon's jungle. Good stuff. Yeah, and every active item is just not showing up. That's really weird. Anyway, yeah, even Batrider picked up a Coiling Blade, actually. That's pretty surprising, but it is for the Sprout. Like, he has Firefly, but it's not always going to be up, so... Okay, look for... No-Tail's looking for a grab here.
Middle tower is under attack.
So rather than defending their T2s, OG is opting to trade. This is probably a better decision, honestly. It's really hard to fight into this Archon lineup with all of their summons and AoE damage from Jakiro. So I kind of like this, that they decide to go for trades rather than fighting. It's sort of like... Oh, no, trading is just like a pretty good accurate way to describe it, I think. That's fine. Okay. No-Tail senses that there's a bit of danger here. You can see it pinged out. Also, note Monkey's skill builds. He's not maxing Ice Pass second. I really like this because Dual Breath does so much damage now. It does 400 damage, I believe, at level 4, which is quite a lot. Most nukes do around 300 to 320. So when you compare it, it's quite a lot, in addition to getting increased slow. Downside is the mana cost goes up quite a bit, but yeah, this spell does so much damage, it's actually unreal. You can farm really fast with it. Okay. Archon decided to go for Roche. Pretty good. It's very hard for OG to contest it. They do have Batrider with Blink, so it's not, you know, completely out of the question, but still quite scary. Okay, so OG are going to be able to contest. I think key target is probably Jakiro in this fight. Mu is also quite important, but yeah. Okay. Ensh is dead, buys back. Jakiro gets lassoed onto a cliff. Alright, nice. Good target selection by No-Tail. Plus TP gets cancelled. Mu is back in the fight, so Moon has to be really careful. He's gonna go down here. Oh, actually, he just barely destroyed the last attack. That's pretty close. Okay. So Archon end up buying back, and unless they get Roche here, they lose a lot from that, in my opinion. That was a cheeky play by No-Tail. He walked into the tree line. He thought he was getting chased, so he actually flame braked just the trees, and that would knock the heroes back and give him time to Firefly and blink out. So pretty cool play by him. Didn't actually work that way because there were no heroes there, but still a pretty cool thing that you might have missed otherwise. Oh, and he gets lucky. There's a regen rune. Lucky duck. Wait, he has... This has to be a bug, right? There's no way that... Okay, what is going on with the items? Like, Earthshaker's inventory is not here. He just had Tranquil Boots earlier. He had Arcane Boots as well. Like, there's no way this is what's happening, right? Again, the Arcane Boots that were just in Bat's inventory are just not there anymore. Like, what's happening? I had this on video. I have video evidence of this. What's going on, Valve? What the fuck? Alright, anyway. No-Tail in some trouble. He's gonna be able to blink out here, I think. Oh no, he gets a second hit. Oh, he's actually gonna die. Holy shit. Nice ice path from monkeys. Okay, that's rough. No-Tail is fairly close to getting his force. Not the biggest deal, though. It is space, and there's no objective up here for Archon, except for the T2, which is, you know, pretty far away. Okay, I would like to point out that I also had video evidence of there being a TP in No-Tail's inventory that had 0 charges. So I'm going to completely disregard, like, anything. Yeah, here. It's on fucking monkeys now. He just has a TP with no charges. Right, that is rather confusing, but we're going to ignore it for now. Moon is in trouble bottom. He gets silenced up. Nice fear from Miracle. He's going to get out safely. Really nice fear by Miracle. It saved Moon and saved him as well. His bear is going to die, but it's better than losing an actual hero. Okay, we see Earthshaker invised up. Got a nice rune. He's going to give his team some nice vision here. He knows that they're for sure going for Roche now. Oh, sick echo. Okay, sort of. If he did a little more damage, that would have been sick, but he jumped the gun a little bit for sure. Also, it's worth noting that he has a Blink Dagger in his inventory right now, but it's just not showing for whatever reason. I guess he did kill all of their summons, so they can't go for Rosh now. Still pretty awkward. Like, they can just wait for their treants. They could go right now if they wanted. Interesting stuff happening for sure. Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Archon have distinct level disadvantage. I'm not really sure what to think of that. I mean, Miracle has been farming for most of the game, so it makes sense that he would be very high level. Not too impactful this game, but it does matter. Okay, Monkeys misses the Ice Path. Pretty hard to hit. Lasso on Jo. He actually can die due to Lone Druid's damage. That sucks for him. Yeah, OG are just gonna smash this fight. Okay. So Moo is actually gonna make a lot of space here, but Crit catches him with the blink, so not the worst. So yeah, this is just like the strength of OG's mid-game centric comp. It's really scary to fight into them. Even when you have like good counter engage, like a Jakiro against Batrider, it's just really scary. Like if a hero gets lassoed out and isolated, you don't really have too many ways to defend. And now their heroes are just really good at pushing as well, with Lone Druid and Weaver. They just do very high amounts of physical damage. So they're able to transition that really good team fight into a Rex. Or what should be a Rex anyway. It's going to be close, but yeah. Okay. So Jo goes in on Fly. Fly has no counterplay here. Okay. Yeah, for OG back off, that's a distinct win for them. Whenever a team has very high pushing potential, if they get a Rex, it's like... It's even worse than if they don't have like these really good pushing heroes. Just because like that's, you know, one less Rex that they need before the game ends. I know they can also utilize the pressure of the mega creeps much better. Like, yeah. I don't think I explained that well, but whatever. Fuck you. You don't know anything. I'm the best. Alright. Nice force by No-Tail. That was sick. That was sick. Alright. Sort of. So Crit keeps getting these like big like multi-unit echo slams, but the issue is like his team isn't in follow-up range. Again, like this fucking item bug is really tripping me out. Like all of a sudden he just has a broadsword in his inventory. This game is crazy. Alright. Yeah, so even though Crit is getting like multi-unit echoes, it's like his team can't help him out, so they're not really worth it. I guess he is clearing summons, so it's not a total loss, but not the greatest by any means. Okay. So I think Archon still can come back, but it needs to be through Rosh. They do have a life stealer, so that is a big problem for them, in my opinion. Okay, so he has items in his inventory that are not Treads and Wands. You can tell because they don't have any tooltips when you hover over them. I don't know what they are, but I'm assuming they're like okay items. I don't think there's any way I can check. No, okay. Well, whatever. Item progression isn't important in Dota, especially for your carries, so who needs that stat? Smoke up from OG. If they get a pick here, they can transition it into Rosh very quickly, and that will end the game. Okay, Finger comes out right away, and Jo is just dead. Yep, great CC chaining by OG. They don't even need a core hero to kill like Archon's carry. They also catch Fluff. This is a very easy Rosh for them. Unless Miracle dies, he is very important. Okay. Oh, good stuff. Moo's dead. Yeah, Archon or OG should definitely go for Roche in this case. Or they could also go for mid tower. That's fine too. Or 2 towers bottom. They have a bunch of options here actually. I guess they couldn't do Roche quickly enough before Lifestealer respawns now that they went for these 2 other kills. So going for a tower would make more sense.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay, Relic is up on Miracle. It's going to be very close to Radiance, especially if he gets the last hit in this tower. Moon gets hit though. I think Moon has a Linken's. You can't see because of the bug, but I believe it's a Linken's. Suppose we'll see when Spell's casted on him. Okay.
Fear quiets magic.
The classic 3 Magic Wand Batrider build. I don't know what's causing this bug. Like a fucking Broadsword Staff of Wizardry Lion. Very standard. I don't know why I find this so like funny. It's just very strange to see. Okay, so smoke out from Archon. This is kind of desperate. I mean, at this point, like it's really hard for them to win a fight, but they can do it if they play their cards right, especially if they kill Batrider at the start. But at this point, like all of OG's initiators have their blinks or their mobility items, except for Lion. So they have many options to isolate heroes and win fights that are not just lasso. And Archon are getting a nice flank here. Yeah, they need to check the trees. Okay, smart play by Monkeys. They don't end up canceling Chris Blink though, so you can still Blink Echo at any point here. Moon is causing a lot of disruption in the back. Fluff ends up going down, or he's very close to going down anyway. A huge Echo from Crit, there we go. Okay, so finally he gets a sick Echo, and his team is able to follow up. Good stuff, and Archon GG out. I think I would do the same. Like, their lineup was all about pushing, and OG's was all about like pushing, but a little bit later when they're stronger. And yeah, they just got outscaled. They didn't have any play that was winning there. They went for the last ditch effort on the smoke flank, but it didn't end up working out. So they GG out. Go for the next one. Yeah, so this was OG versus Archon, game 1 of the Shanghai Major Group Stage. This is Group C. If you have any constructive criticism, comments, concerns, or you just want to make fun of me, leave something in the comments. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.